I want to go over with you the 10 most talked about stocks on Wall Street Bets and see if any of them are worth buying right now. Now, I am a professional investor. I am competing in the US Investing Championship. Link down below is my exact trading plan. There's no paywall, no nothing. You click it, you can get to it right away. And every single trade that I'm taking for the US Investing Championship is linked down below as well in a Google Sheets document. So go crazy, see what you can find. I hope that it helps bring you some success. So let's take a look at these stocks. And of course, let's set our 10-minute timer to go through all 10 of these stocks. So the first one on the board, MicroStrategy. Now this one tracks with the with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's been in a big nasty sell-off, but let's take a look at it first. Now, before we get into anything, we need to take a look at the market. Okay, remember, all stocks are have a huge move from the market. In fact, if we go over here to MicroStrategy, what we want to see up here is all nine. All nine of these is what we call the outlier nine, and 40% of the move is due to the market, 30% due to the sector, and 30% due to the stock itself. That's the 40-30-30 rule, right? The stock on its own has a lot of headwinds unless you've got the stock, the sector, and the market all working together. So let's go look at the market before we jump right into MicroStrategy. You can see the S&P 500 is trending up. And in fact, let's zoom in just a little bit. We can see right here with the green overlays, that means it is in a upward trending environment. However, it just got a sell signal. And the trend turned bearish on Thursday. Friday's big dead cat bounce candle reversed that somewhat, but we still have a bearish trend starting here where the 10 goes under the 20. Now, what we see on Friday on the market, on the SPY, is a move back up right into this order block right here. Now, this order block is 25 days old. Order blocks, and you're going to see lots of these, represent orders or areas of significant selling, overhead resistance, right? People who got stuck and are really ready to sell out as fast as possible. And I can tell you for certain, that is not a coincidence that the only thing inside this order block is the wick, because the sellers came to town and started to push it right back down. So the market is a bit mixed right here because the trend, while not bullish, is actually sideways. It's definitely not bearish yet because price is back over 50. But let's take it a step further, right? We have a sell signal in place on the market, which is obviously not where you want to be. And then lastly, market breadth. Now, market breadth is looking pretty terrible and has been for the last couple of weeks, right? This is the number of buy signals versus sell signals that we show inside of Outlier. We covered 9,000 stocks. So this is the percentage of those 9,000 with buy signals versus sell signals. And the red line right there is the 10 EMA of the number of buy and sell signals. Okay, so we can see we got a bearish cross, and we also are getting less uptrends, more downtrends in the market. When it lights up green, that means more uptrends, less downtrends. It's not what we have. We have a market that's pretty weak with a bearish trend. I should say a sideways trend, right? The data updates at the end of every night. So this data is as of Thursday night. Now, Friday night's data will come out Sunday after you are watching this. So the market is not looking great at all. And in fact, it's still going to show red on Sunday night. Now, the sector, this is in the tech sector, which has been terrible since October. Right? You go to the Qs, QQQ, right? The tech sector has been bouncing nowhere since October and is absolutely, look at this. This is what a downtrend looks like, right? This is a very obvious downtrend in tech. So let's get the SPY off here. Tech is looking terrible. And then the stock itself has a sell signal. When it has a pink red background, that means it's in a downtrend. And the fear and greed is getting more fearful. And the sector fear and greed is getting more fearful. And the sector breadth is getting worse. This is the kind of stock I wouldn't even buy with your money. So stay as far away as you can from MicroStrategy. And I have no idea why it'd be the most talked about one right here. It looks like a very garbage stock to me. How about Reddit? Reddit is next on the board after the market. And we can see right here, the outlier data is not available for this yet. So this is a new stock that we've imported into the system. It needs more time for us to generate the buy and sell signals for it. However, we can still glean a lot of information here. We can see it's in a downtrend, very obvious downtrend. And the fear and greed for Reddit, we haven't established just yet because we need more time for that processing. The fear and greed on the sector, however, this is in the communications sector, is getting worse. It is getting worse. And you can see it's getting more bearish on greed and more bearish on the sector. So Reddit doesn't look good either. Okay. How about Microsoft? Microsoft will come to save us, right? Bill Gates, he's gonna save us, right? I don't know about that because Microsoft has had a sell signal all the way back since November 5th, and it's done nothing but go down since then. Looking objectively over here, you've got some room up to an outlier block, right? That's why it's lit up green, but that's the only thing saving you. You've got room up to this outlier block up here. Everything else looks terrible for Microsoft. Yet another one I wouldn't buy. So far down this list, as a professional investor, I wouldn't buy this, or this. Okay. We're not off to a great start for looking at the top 10. Surely Amazon will save us, right? With the amount of money that my wife spends at Amazon, surely it's got to go up. No, sitting on a sell signal as of January 22nd, right? Now, this is in the discretionary sector. Discretionary sector also getting more fearful, but it did have a slight crossover. It's a little bit of crossover on breadth. So maybe this sector will be somewhere where people can hide, because right now, tech, you don't want to be hiding there. What about Nvidia? Back into the tech sector over here, right? The next one down the list, Nvidia. Looking at this, the same story we've been seeing, right? Anything in the tech sector looks terrible, absolutely terrible. But the sell signal as of January 15th. Now, here's the deal, right? You can come up with all the reasons in the world that tech is not doing great, right? It's the AI bubbles bursting, or somebody somewhere said this, that, or the other. None of that matters, right? The only way you're going to get paid on any stock that you buy is if the price is going up. It makes it so much easier. I like to say it's effortless when you have the market, the sector, and the stock all working for you. Because if you're buying these dips right now, it's probably hurting really bad. It's probably hurting really, really bad because you don't know how far the dip is going to continue down. Listen, this is professional investor talking here, and I want you to be one as well. If you buy the dip, you don't know how far it's going to dip. If you buy the rip, you don't know how high it's going to rip, right? Do we see the same logic here? Buy the dip, you don't know how far it's going to go down. Buy the rip, you don't know how high it's going to go up. I think I'd much rather be buying strength. Like Micron. Look at the difference here, right? Look at the difference here. Buying the rip, because we don't know how high it can go, with that buy signal in place, and you saw it rip super high. As of Friday, the day I'm recording this, it has a sell signal in place, though. So if you were hiding in Micron and it worked out for you, I got news for you. It's time to get out of the way. Time to get out of the way. How about, oh, here we go. A little buying performance summary up here. So all of our stocks have an instant back test that you can run. And this is silver. We can't talk about silver without talking about gold. So we'll talk about gold too. Silver with outliers buy and sell signals has a 321% return in the last 5 years. Buy and hold shows 296. Okay, outliers a little bit better. But let's keep in mind one thing here. Capital efficiency. Capital efficiency is almost 2x. What does that mean? That means for every day that you would be invested using the outlier buy and sell signals, you would actually have made 1.59x, which you would have made just in buy and hold. How does that work? Because you're only in the market 56% of the time. So you're in the market roughly half the time, yet you have approximately, give or take, the same returns. So therefore, your capital is working twice as hard. Pretty cool, right? Let's go look at silver. This buy signal on silver came on November 11th, and it ran like gangbusters. Now, it does have a sell signal now. So if you're still holding on to hope for silver, I don't know what to tell you. It did its thing, and hopefully you made some money on it, and you kept some money on it as it crashed back down. But I don't know. You follow a plan, I hope. Looking at gold, similar situation. January 6th had that buy signal. Huge move up in gold and silver that outlier caught. Both of them now sitting on sell signals. There hasn't been a single stock of these 10 that we've looked at, not a single one with a buy signal. Not one. So if you're struggling in this market, I get it, right? I still got about a minute left. If you're struggling in this market, I get it. The sideways drift of the market since October has been really frustrating for everybody. I totally get it. But probably most frustrating for people who own Robinhood and, of course, SoFi. We can't talk about a video without SoFi, the greatest stock in the history of mankind. But first, Robinhood, sitting on a sell signal all the way back on December 12th, it's been getting killed, absolutely monkey hammered, right? This was once a $120 stock. Now it's a $70 stock. This has been absolutely destroyed. And then SoFi, and I know you SoFi bros are so passionate about this stock. December 9th was the sell signal. Since December 9th, it's gone down roughly 30%. right? Outlier helps you out not only when the buys are coming, but also when the sells are coming so you can get out of the way. And I know you SoFi bros wish desperately you had gotten out of the way because this looks like the market cycle right here. SoFi is in a stage 4 downtrend. What does that mean? Stage 1 is consolidation. Stage 2 is a big, beautiful uptrend. Stage 3 is moving averages crossing over. Stage 4 is where we are right now with the anxiety, denial, panic. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking at this, it's obvious. It is so obvious that we are in a stage 4 downtrend. I don't know how far it's going to go down. I'm not claiming to be that guy who's going to say, oh, it's going to go to whatever price, right? That's stupid. Nobody can see the future, but you can see the direction of the trend with just 3 simple trend lines: the 10 EMA, the 20 EMA, and the 50 EMA. When the 10 is over the 20 and prices over the 50, that is a big, beautiful uptrend. When the 10 is under the 20, prices under the 50, that is a big, scary, nasty downtrend. I can show you direction, but I can't show you duration or magnitude. I also see time's expired, so I got to run. Listen, this was a ton of fun. I hope that this was useful for you. And I honestly hope more than anything that you are taking the time to get out of the way. And what I like to say, sit in cash and don't F up your portfolio, right? There are all kinds of different vehicles that you can invest into. Like I invest into SGOV, SGOV, and that pays a basically daily dividend for not doing anything, right? So I'm getting paid while the market is struggling right now. So I want you to stop struggling. I want you to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. I want you to grab Outlier. It's 82 cents a day. Trust me, it is going to be the best 82 cents a day you spend when you can avoid big, nasty drawdowns like this in SoFi of 28%. Just imagine how much better off your portfolio would be had you spent that 82 cents a day. I hope this was useful for you, and I hope you share this with somebody else. And most of all, I want you to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk by clicking one of these 2 videos. We'll talk soon.